guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. This is the second book into these hollow vows. Love this book, amazing. It matches the cover. So this is the cover we have got, and then the stained edges are blue, kind of like deep midnight kind of blue, and then we have these moons on the spines, which I love when books do this because it's kind of cool. And obviously the top is blue. So you open it up, there is no end pages, but we do get this like beautiful cover on this hardback. And then we have the stunning end papers. Look at these. I always forget their names because I'm really bad at remembering them. So sometimes if I like full on enjoy a book, I will be like, yes, I know all names, but even if I fully enjoy a book, my mind still goes, I forget. Oh no, what did I do? Excuse me. I can't even put a hardback back on. Right, there we go. And I believe this book is signed by the author as well, which I loved. Let's read the synopsis. After Abrielle's sister was sold to the Fae, she thought life couldn't get any worse, but when she suddenly finds herself entangled in a dangerous web of her own making, loving two Fae princes and trusting neither, things are not quite the clear as she thought. As the civil war rages in the unseelie court, Bree struggles to choose a side. How can she know where she stands, where she barely knows herself anymore? With each path pointing to either more heartache, Bree must find the inner strength to forge her own way forward. In this darkly romantic thriller, the more February is torn apart from the inside, the clearer it becomes that prophecies don't lie, and that Bree has a role to play in the fate of this magical realm, whether she likes it or not. Now, I like the first book because it was really, really good. And I enjoyed it. That's very wonky. Oh, I need to get a better set for this. So, I was really happy. I did not know there was actually going to be a second book at first when I read the first book. And then when this announced, I was like, wait a minute, what kind of situation? So I've got a bad sore throat, so if I keep doing that. They already introduced their main characters and created a backstop for the story. They, like with any luck, left them yearning for more. So like in the book, I didn't realise that was a drop to go for the second book. It was me really bad. So, holding the same intrigue, split loyalties, delicious tension in the first book, there was still a lot of like Fae fans in this to enjoy. Picking up exactly where these hollow vows left off, we follow Abrielle as she flees the Golden Palace after being betrayed by the fairy prince Ronan, better known to readers as Bash. Hurt, furious, and desperate to get away from the royal friend and lover she put her trust in, Bree finds herself in the wild Faelands under protection of the devilish, charismatic, and telepathic King Misha. Bree might want nothing more than never see Bash again, but with both Seelie Court and Unseelie Court facing chaos and devastation, she doesn't have the luxury of running away. Bree must confront both Bash and Finn, the rival fairy prince, bearing for her heart if she wants to save the throne she unwittingly become bound to. So with these hollow vows, were all about bewitching world building, conflicting loyalties. Bree despises that the fairy realm, but she loved Bash, and that combined with her mission to save her cherished sister Jazz, with what viewed her decisions from wrong or right. Now, with both her heart and her trusting wounded up, like to the left, Bree is no longer tied to her original alliance. She might be bonded with Bash, but she spent the best parts of the novel either hating, resenting, or pitying him, which turned him to be one self-possessed, compelling prince into the bit of a pathetic character. Most of the time dedicated to lamenting the loss of Bree, which translates to the loss of begging or sulking, which is kind of funny to me. If Lexi wanted to make the reader lose any remaining empathy they might still have for Bash, it may have very much worked. It's just a shame his character had lost all his nonce in order to follow Bree, to follow her heart. With Bash sitting on the sidelines for a large chunk of this novel, there's more time for Bree to explore her relationship with her favourite brother, Finn. He was particularly highlighted in these hollow vows, and he continued to be the best part of the story here too. So every page devoted to Finn is a page well spent, even if it doesn't feel like that is included but prioritised in the romance aspect for over the overarching fantasy plot, and that's the main thing that stops the first book. But both being as compelled as the elder sibling, it lacks balance. There's not a lot of talk about having a huge sacrifice, but until the final chapters at least, there was a very little sacrifice going on. There's also an incredible intriguing cast of characters, in particular the wider Fae. They don't get nearly enough growth because any of our development is focused solely on Bree and Finn only. So with this could easily maybe fitted into a duology with the story is other than the way it is, but I feel like this could be deserved to be a trilogy, because this with the first book you meet with Bash and her with Bree. The second book is more about her and Finn. I feel like the third book would be like them trying to reconnect with both of them kind of situation, you know. There's enough time to dedicate to Bree learning to control her fantastic shadow power, and next no time page devoted to the evil queen threatening both courts. Like, you know, the third book would be cool if she became the queen, you know? Oof. Enough makes Bash's mother feel like the biggest threat she was supposed to believe she is. Finn's merry bands of misfits are regulate to the background, considering how vital they were to Finn's mission in the first book. Their limited presence feels like a genuine loss. Oh my god, my car. I would like to blame the reader because the author, sorry, because I fell in love with these characters. The characters were amazing. They just adorable. They have their witty kind of sides of each character, their own way of showing us what they're really made of, and they're just really lovable characters. Yet for those devoted to the sexual chemistry between Bree and Finn, it wasn't really much that. This book is fulfilled as hopes, previously like unfulfilled wishes and hopes. Nobody writes those, unbridled desires. But I did actually enjoy this book a lot, and there's no turning back. This book will always be in my heart as well, but I still have a few that is my top first lots that I like. Anyway, this is the Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Also, I thought to show you this. Any night, my darkness, my power. Boom. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.